Good morning.
Good morning.
It's not morning for us.
No.
It's been a heck of a day of things not going well. Not how I'd really hoped the day would go.
Past 2 days.
Past 2 days, really. It's one of those that you almost feel like 2 steps back and 1 jump more back. We're making progress. It's just things just aren't really working out as we'd hoped. It's a bunch of can't think of the right word. Not flaws. A bunch of
Dilemmas.
dilemmas. A bunch of whatever. I can't think right now. That's how bad the day's going. But even with that said, it's hard, especially yesterday. There was a point that I just told Danielle, I said, I just need to be by myself right now. Yeah. I just need a moment. I had paint sprayed all over my face and body and wasn't going well, and I was completely covered, and I was just like, I'm not in the mood right now. Give me a minute, brother. I don't know. It's hard. You get frustrated really, really quickly when you're trying to knock stuff out, especially towards the end of it. You'd feel like at the end of it is when you'd be like, oh, whatever, only got a little bit
close.
left.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, it's just, you've struggled for so long and all the stuff, and it's like you're at the very end of it, and now things are going wrong even more. I guess the lesson to learn today is try to have patience, and then walk away when it's not doing well, when it's not going well. It's hard to keep going when things aren't going well, and you're trying to push through it. At least for me, it makes it 10 times harder, because then if something else that's minor happens, then I'm just like even more frustrated. And so yesterday we kind of had called it and figured everything out. And then this morning we got some progress done. Not as much as I would have hoped. Things are just taking way longer than expected, way harder to get done. It's been a huge pain. Huge pain. But even up until the very end, just a moment ago, we just quit working right now, and we didn't have what we needed. I tried to kind of modify it. It didn't work, so now we have to drive over an hour to go get what we need, and it's always the smallest, simplest things, but that's what stops you from literally these smallest things. Mm-hmm. But that's what stops you from doing the biggest things, and it's frustrating. But we got on our bikes 3 days ago. I don't know what date when that was.
2 days ago. We might have talked about it.
Maybe, but we rode like 8 miles, and we've gone that way before driving, but we've never gone on our bikes, and especially recently when everything's bloomed out, and I felt like I was in a whole different world. I felt like I was in a different place. It looked different. It felt different. It was quiet. It was
definitely its own world.
Yeah. And I think it's still like that here. It's just you get used to it, and then, but to go on that bike ride and know that we live in a spot where we can truly, just on a bad day, go and get away and be 100% by ourselves. And you don't hear cars. You don't hear anything. It's just your thoughts and
you're just in the country.
Nature.
Yeah.
And that was a huge thing. And I don't know, it was real frustrating. And then with everything, and we were just like, you want to just go for a ride? And we went, and it helps. Sometimes it helps just to stop and get away, not think about it, come back refreshed. I don't remember, it had to have been when Brandon was up here last. He said there was a few things like on his motorcycle stuff he was working on. He's like, dude, I'd be so frustrated. And then He's like, I just go to bed and I be thinking, and just in the morning, the thought hits me, and I go out and do something, and it works. And sometimes you just need your brain to get away and get out of that mindset. And
Well, I think it's in the frustration you can't think.
well, yeah,
It's just like negative, and you're just pissed. So it's hard to like think through that.
yeah, to find a solution.
Yeah.
To figure stuff out. And again, it's the easiest, tedious things. These are the things that have beat us up in the past. These are the things that, it's always the little things. I could start a brand new huge build and just get to it because there's no problems yet, and there's nothing, it's not the same thing over and over. But whenever you're doing something, you're finishing something, it's stuff that you've already done. It's stuff that takes forever. It's the finishing work. It's the tedious stuff. And instead of just letting it ruin the whole thing and not do it or whatever, it's just like, all right, take a break, a breather, whether it's an hour, the rest of the day, an entire day, whatever it may be. Everybody's different. Sometimes it's best to stop than to create more of a problem. And we're actually filming this before the live chat. Hopefully it was a good one. I don't have a clue.
Today's the last day for shirts and Bamfest Hotel.
I guess, I don't know.
I think it is.
The shirts and the hotel you still can get, but if you want your shirt be shipped out, then you got to do it quicker. And then if you want the hotel at that rate, you got to do it.
Yeah.
And then
They're gonna go up.
yeah, they basically said they would hold it for so long, depending on how many we sold, and if we sold out of the amount that they put, then they would add and whatever. But pretty much, if you're gonna book it, book it.
Yeah.
And we've said this before, but you can book it now and cancel as long as you cancel within 48 hours. So even if you think you're coming, go ahead and lock it in and book it. And then if you have to change your mind later, you can. But the shirts too, you can get shirts if you want. Definitely not mandatory to get a shirt. We just think it's a
fun.
cool thing to have. But you can always get that later. It's just more so of we don't know when you'll actually get it.
Yeah.
If you want it before the meetup, then I would recommend getting it ASAP. But you can still get it later, and you can still potentially get it before the meetup. I just can't guarantee that.
Yeah.
We just know that it said this batch will be out and then shipped out, should be delivered in the range. I forgot when. This next month.
Yeah.
So it'll still be in time. So Bonfire normally takes a while for it to ship out and do all that stuff, but it'll be interesting. I'm always curious whenever we make a new logo, we get them printed up. I hate promoting something we don't physically have, but that's just kind of how it works with that website.
We need to start doing our own again.
Yeah. But we don't have really the space and all that stuff. Like we do, but we don't at the same time. Because then you start having just shelves and shelves of shirts and merch and whatever, and plus the time to do it. So maybe coming up soon we'll be able to get back on that. But right now, trying to finish everything and all that, I don't think we'd have enough time. That's why we just went with Bonfire. But it'll be interesting and it'll be fun whenever the time comes to have the meetup. And it's stuff like that you have to try to think about on bad days. You try to have something to look forward to, a light at the end of the tunnel. And I could be wrong, but I think for the next 3 months, we pretty much have stuff planned. And so that's always the light at the end of the tunnel. And then clearly trying to get Lambo back, move the animals and all that stuff. It is getting hot and humid. It sounded like a swarm of bees, but I guess it may have been the wind or something. I don't know if you heard that. It's getting hot and humid, so having that pond over there full, we've been running it, the generator lately, trying to get it as high as we can. The pig pond That's holding really well.
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller. It needs a lot less water.
And it's more downhill, to where like it definitely will catch a whole bunch.
Yeah, anytime
But
it rains,
it's a lot smaller.
yeah. So having all that to look forward to and stuff, it really helps. I don't know. I guess the last thing I want to do is do a Coffee Crockers where I'm just, I'm beat up. I'm over it. I'm over the stupid stuff, but it is the reality of where we're at, and it's the reality that a lot of you guys, if you want this and you want to go after this stuff, it ain't all butterflies and peachy dreams and whatever. It's hardly any of peachy dreams, and it's rarely any of that till it's over, and then you have it all set up. But
there's beauty in the struggle, but when you hit the wall, it's hard to find it, I guess. And then again, just that frustration in your head, it's just all you can think about, and then all you think about is like how you don't want to do it, and it's just kind of, it almost tunnels it down where it is hard to see the good and the beauty in it all, but it's there.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could see the beauty and the
It's
good and
just
stuff. It's just
struggle.
more of I guess what I was getting at when I said it's hardly peachy or whatever is when you're building something up, it's all the struggles. It's all the there's a lot less peachy than poopy. There's a lot more poopy going on than peachy, and but it's not until the end of it when you get to reap what you sowed, and
It's like, too, though, like the harder it is when it is done, you just don't see it until you're on the other side.
yeah,
That you're like,
I can't believe I did that.
yeah,
I can't
more
believe
the reward, like
Yeah.
everything. So
Today's lesson is even on the hard days, even when stuff isn't going well, when you're maybe doubting yourself or second guessing or wondering why you started this new project or whatever you're feeling, everyone feels different, stuff, maybe you're just frustrated or whatever, just take a step back. Literally every single person that has ever done anything like this goes through it, and it's something that it's not just you. It's not just, unless every single day is bad and you never have a good day, then you might want to reevaluate what you're doing.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everybody goes through it and everybody does it, and we just try to keep this as real as possible. And this is the day we're having where things just didn't go super smooth, and we just want it to be out there. That way, people that are going through it will realize, well, how come every time I watch these people online, nothing bad happens to them, or it always seems peachy or whatever.
'cause they ain't showing.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of that on YouTube and stuff before I started doing YouTube, and I was like, whoa, this is a lot more than I expected. This is a lot more than I ever saw in anybody's videos. So as crazy as our life can get sometimes, or as awesome it can get or whatever, we just show y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly, and hopefully it shows people out there that it's real, and whatever y'all go through, we're going through. Whatever we're going through, you'll go through later, and vice versa. And the best thing you can do is just try to remember why you're doing it, and take a step back, stop, do something in the moment that you enjoy. Try to get your mind right. Go on a bike ride, go on a walk, whatever it is that you could do to kind of snap yourself out of it. Go do something. Go do another. Like, stop doing that project altogether and go do one that you enjoy. Whatever it may be, you got to figure it out. And if not, it'll just beat you up. And unfortunately, the last 2 days have been pretty rough. And we're gonna take the rest of today until the live chat to kind of.
Well, we're actually kind of forced to, because we need to go get supplies.
Well, yeah, but we could keep working on other stuff, but
That's true.
we do want to finish this.
There's a million other things like, okay, this doesn't work out, let's go focus our energy over here and
Yeah.
start this or do that. But at the same time, priority.
Yeah, as of right now, this is our priority. We're trying to finish everything. So we're just going to stick to that. We're going to spend, unfortunately,
No?
unfortunately, we have to go get the supplies, and it's a further drive, and fingers crossed they actually have it. It says online they do. Sometimes it's wrong. But the beauty of going towards Tulsa is there are other options. Out here, went to all the stores, nothing had what we needed, and it was just one of those, okay, had nothing we needed, we came back, we did what we could with what we had, and then kind of got to that point where we had to stop. But to end all this or whatever, it's looking great, and it's awesome, and we're so much closer. It's just that last little bit is the biggest test, and I guess the biggest test we'll have is getting Lambo in a trailer and getting him over here. We'll let the Junos do that. But
I was gonna say, I told the Junos that that'd be a good video for them.
Yeah, them running after Lambo.
To load Lambo up, like
we'll let Flint do it. We'll let him. We'll let him
do that video.
Yeah, he's probably already commenting, begging to. Anyways, and if he says no, I can't hear him. Flint cut my ear. It's all messed up. Can't hear it. Can't hear him.
Do you want to give an update?
Sure. We just cleaned it a minute ago, so this is as good as it's gonna be right now.
48 hours, so we are.
So this super glue right there. Yeah. So it's not.
Don't touch it.
Bad. I'm not. I'm just twisting it. You used to not be able to see the hole through. We cleaned it out, but
so the crusties.
That's all super glue right there. So don't look past that. But other than that,
no signs of infection.
No.
Again, it's very superficial anyway.
It's doing fine. So give it another. I don't even know how long till the super glue will come off.
Well, surgical glue is about a week.
Well, this ain't surgical glue. This is Harbor Freight super glue that apparently wasn't very good.
It was so funny.
So,
but yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. So far, as long as it's not hurting or anything,
it looks great.
We're good. So that's kind of where we're at. So,
yeah.
Hopefully we had a good live chat. We'll be doing that here in a little while, and then I guess maybe was Thursday. There'll be a Crocker Life and this, and then a Crocker video on Friday. Hopefully finishing up everything that we started. If we did, that means we got what we needed.
Yeah.
At this point, we don't know. So we'll catch you on the next one.